Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Fallon and today I have a super exciting video for you all. We are finally going to be touring my finished island Honeybee. Yeah, the island that I started all the way back in May. It's November and since then it's gone through some needed changes, and to be honest, I'm super proud of how this came out and I'm excited to show you guys everything that I've done. So I just want to start with opening up the map. As you guys saw from the intro video, you can tell that this island is very overgrown, lots of luscious spaces. I wanted to add in a bunch of yellow and golden accents here, just to highlight that it's a summer island. But yeah, here are the villagers that I have going on. So to start off, I have Prince, I have Goldie, Molly. Oh, so cute. I have Marty. I have so many M names. This was not on purpose. Marshall. Here we go again. Nan. Oh my goodness. Maple. Sylvana. And then to end it off, I have Pom Pom. Alright, so I have the dream address right here on the screen. I'm touring my island just as you would. I'm going to be starting clockwise. So at the entrance, and we'll go to the left and end back at the airport. So if you are not new to my channel, you know that I've already made a speed build for my entrance. So I made a whole playlist for all the videos that involve Honeybee and making Honeybee. I will make sure that I tag that playlist or include that playlist in the description. But yeah, I was not kidding when I said this island is super overgrown. As you can see, there are tons of flowers already. Lots of bushes, vines, just very overgrown. And I wanted to make sure that there were lots of areas to enjoy honey here, because it would just not make sense to not have honey everywhere on a honeybee island. Now, I did want to show you guys what was on the other side of this bridge before I go and head towards the left of my island. Oh, let's talk to Nan. Have you had a chance to see the rest of the island yet, kid? Oh, so cute. There are all sorts of nooks and crannies to discover, so don't be afraid to take your time. She is so right. Back this way is just a seating area for any of my visitors that are coming in. Just a small filler spot because I was like, I don't know what I'm putting here. Okay, let's head towards the left, and up these stairs we're gonna find Goldie's house. Goldie's house pretty much features her flowers, her gardens essentially. She's got her crops here. What's super cute is that there's always people walking around here, and there is the man himself, who is highly camera shy today. I don't know what's going on with him. Okay. Goldie's house, like I said, has her crop farms. It's super cute because she's always outside and watering her plants, and she's just taking the best care of her space. But right now she is at home. Her home is not decorated, so we will not be going inside, unfortunately. But yeah, that's all I've got for Goldie. I updated the outside of her house, but yeah, I just think it's super cute. I like it a lot. Let's keep going and head over the bridge here. This is one of my favorite spots on the island just because of it's like, what's the word? This is a great spot for a picture. This is a great spot for a picture. If you guys come and tour my island, which I really hope you guys do, I would love if you guys come to the spot and you take a photo and tag me. I recently just made an Instagram, so I am really excited to connect with you guys in different ways. But yeah, I think it'd be so fun if I was getting tagged in photos of you guys being on my island. I would love that so much. I'll make sure to put my handle on the screen here. But yeah, if you guys would like to follow me on there, that'd be super great. Yeah, I think we can keep on going. When I made this walk area, I discovered that I really like to put pathing around trees. It just makes it feel like it's been walked on a lot and maybe for me, it just feels more real. So I wonder if that translates well to you guys. But that's something that I think is going to carry on into my future islands. If I do any more natural ones, like I really like to put pathing around my trees. And I wonder if anyone else does that too. Look at this cutie little soccer field. I have never played around with any of like the child or like playground items. I've had this game since 2020 and I guess I never thought about it. So when I had this empty space here, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put a soccer field. When I was looking through the items that I could order and I saw that, I was like, oh, that's gonna be perfect and it's gonna take up just enough space to kind of create a transition spot. Now, when I said that bridge was one of my favorite builds, this is my favorite build. This was my first time trying out a sunken villager neighborhood. This is what I love this spot. I'm actually obsessed with this. When I was laying down items, I knew that I wanted it to feel pretty secluded, so that's where the giant vines came through, and again, I knew I was going to put a lot of bushes down. I knew that I was going to have a lot of flowers, but I wanted them to also be able to walk around, so I put down just enough. There's certain times during the day where the pond has fishes in it, and I just love seeing the fishes swim in the pond. I think it's super cute. Up here, we have Pom Pom's house, and outside, she just got her a little stack of pancakes and her camp light. She's set to go. I've only caught her sitting out here a few times. Have you guys ever seen those videos where it's like, you've created the most magical space on your island and your villager sits next to a weed randomly on the floor? They just completely neglect the spaces that you spend so much time building. I always thought that was funny. But also, like, girl, come on. Outside of Molly's house, you could clearly see that she's filling up her honey jar. I love putting the starter potted plants on top of the stacked bags. That is one of the most realistic combos that you can put in-game. Okay, we're gonna head this way towards the campsite. I'm probably gonna say a lot that all of these builds are my favorite builds, but is it okay to just be proud of yourself? Like, I'm very proud of myself. I kind of followed my sunken neighborhood idea and went ahead and made a sunken campsite by the river. I will of course show you guys what's on the opposite side of this river / lake, but we will get to that later. Outside of the campsite, we have a little grill and a place to eat the food that we made. I love seeing the campsite built here. It looks incredible. I did also want this space to feel pretty small because the lake that I did made took up a lot of space, but ultimately I think this came out just how I wanted it. So heading back up the steps, we are going to go north towards the museum. Again, another natural walking path. So here we are. If I'm being honest, I didn't love on this spot on the island as much as I should have. It got kind of lost in the sauce, and when I was kind of rushing to finish this in time, this is one of those spots that did get overlooked, but I don't think it's terrible, but that is my museum. Okay, we're gonna head back down the path that we came from and go up this incline that'll take us to Maples. So here we are outside of Maples' house. Yeah, as you can see, she has a cute little nook spot for her readings. I feel like Maple is really associated with like the cozy reading vibe. And with her being a bear cub, I made sure to put extra jar of honeys outside her house because of course I love her and I need her to not go without her honey. I also made a little lookout spot for them too. But yeah, that is Maple's home. Taking the path behind Maple's house will lead you to Sylvana's. She has a very simple yard, her stool, a book for reading, and then in the back corner we have some wheat fields and a carrot farm that she's been starting. Yeah, this just feels very calming and serene. I'm also just noticing that Sylvana's house has a yellow curtain, and I don't think I've ever realized that before, because we can't edit the curtains, but yeah, that's such a cute little aspect. I had no idea until right now. Moving along, we are going to head towards the right to take you to my bee farm. And there are absolutely no surprises here. You are going to find tons of beehives and beekeeper houses here, just to help supply the honey that we all know and love on this island. I loved scattering the honeybee models all over the island. I knew that I was going to be filming this during like the 6:30 to 7 a.m. time, and I probably wouldn't be seeing any honeybees out, but I wanted to make sure that I incorporated that on the island. And this is how it's pretty much turned out. How do you guys normally decorate your like edge of island? Like, I don't know. I felt like the best thing that I could have done was, putting up the wheat fields and maybe adding more of the jail bars, but yeah, I still wanted to be able to like look out and see the water very clearly, but I just feel like sometimes this can be a very awkward space to design. But yeah, this is my bee farm. As we head towards the right, I did make sure to put a little path here and put a lamp so you at least would know that you could climb down and get to Martys house. So outside of Martys house, I have these messy, playful items. So he's got his bag of cookies, a cute little tricycle, which I wish I could ride. It doesn't make sense that I can't sit on this. It really makes me upset. But maybe in the next game we will be able to do stuff like that. But yeah, again, he's got his snacks out here. He's roasting marshmallows on his leaf campfire. And what's super cool about Martys house is that he is placed right behind the museum. So when you have a villager that constantly is talking about bugs, why not put them behind the museum? So that bridge that you saw is actually going to be a bridge that takes you to the museum and Martys house. Going down these steps, you are going to find the North Beach. What I really love about this area is that I'm only using 2 items, so the wheat fields and the plain party lights, and it looks so cool. When red is here and the boat is docked, this spot looks like a very overgrown beach patch, and that's exactly what I was going for. So as we head down this way, you're going to run into another transition area. So here you're going to find some more wheat fields and a smaller size pond. Again, yeah, not much room to work with, but I did want it to feel full. This area actually leads you to a rest stop. I tried to use more of the storefronts on my island. I never really used them that often, but I've learned that they can really make an area feel very lived in. Okay, as we keep moving along, we run into the Able sisters. Again, here are the storefronts, making this space look so much bigger. I also wanted to hide the clothes that show in the window display, so the storefront really helps you in doing this. I wish I could make the roofs of this green, but I cannot. Like the red matches perfectly, but the roofs don't, but that's just like me wanting to be a perfectionist. And honestly, it really doesn't look bad. But yeah, this is my Able sisters. As you can see, I have some boxes out here. She is doing a fall drop, so it is time for all of the summer items to leave. They're on markdown, and we are moving in all the fall units. But enough about shopping. We are going to go visit some more villager homes. So we're going to go head up the stairs that we saw near the North Beach. So I don't usually decorate down here. Like, I leave my beaches pretty clear. but it just felt right to make this a nice little lookout spot. So we've got a picnic area here. Looks like we're doing some writing. I just wanted to make this place feel very peaceful. Okay, heading this way, we're going to run into Nan and Marshall's house. So here is a quick view of that. Alright, we are almost finished. We're gonna go back down these stairs and head towards the middle of the island, so right past this rest stop. It was a lot of fun building this land bridge here. For a long time, this spot remained empty. And I almost didn't finish the island because my brain just could not figure out how to connect this middle portion. And when I started terraforming and waterscaping, when I laid down the fences, everything started to make more sense. So over this way, you're gonna see the view from up top of the projection screen. So I have the director's chair and a movie going, and of course adding candles to add to the vibe. I wanted to show you guys back here. So this path towards the front of the island actually leads you a back way to Goldie's home. So there are more ways to kind of navigate the island. You don't have to just walk in a big circle. You can make shortcuts too. Okay, heading down this ladder, it's going to take you to Princess House. Another one of my more natural and plain yards, but I did want to give him more of a campy vibe. And speaking of shortcuts, behind resident services and actually behind this tree, I do have a pipe ready for me to take me to my house. I really wanted to put my house on an island on its own, so that in itself took up so much space, but I really knew I wanted to create this. And another reason why I wanted to tour my island the same way you guys would is because I really wanted to see my own self. As you can see, I have different hair and a slightly different style because I've already restarted completely. But to stay on topic, this is my backyard. So back here, you're gonna find a very scenic view. Oh, look at me. You're gonna find a very scenic view. I made this with having it be a picture area in mind. I also laid down as many pieces as possible because I really didn't want any weeds growing there. I also have a complete house tour of this. So if you're curious about what the inside looks like, I encourage you to go check that out. I have a fully decorated and fully functional house. But yeah, this is my exterior. Okay, we just have 2 more spots to hit before it's the end of this tour. So we're gonna go underneath these pergolas, and it's gonna lead you to my bakery. So here we are at Honeybee's Bakery, where you can get obviously your baked goods or have a coffee or a tea. I went ahead and just added the curtains in front of Nick's Cranny to kind of hide those display windows. I don't really care for what's in them a lot of the time. It doesn't really match with the theme of my island. So I thought it was really cool that I was able to cover them up and then put a sort of shelving in front of it to like showcase all of the items here. But I don't normally do this. I've always left Nick's Cranny alone, but this was the one time that I was like, oh, like I can actually turn this into whatever I want. Now, last but certainly not least, we have Honeybee's Orchard. Now, this is another one of those areas that I made a complete speed build on. I built this when I wasn't quite sure what direction I was going to move Honeybee in, and you can't really go wrong with an orchard, and it made the most sense to do this. I also needed to get my creative juices flowing, so I was very happy to do this and thankful that I found some codes on Pinterest that supported me in completing this. Now, with our last spot finally toured, we're gonna head back to the airport to close everything out. Well, that is my whole island complete. Thank you so much for touring this with me. This was so much work. I'm not joking. I almost deleted this 2 different times, but I was really happy that I completed this. I had so much fun, and I'm really proud of the way that it did come out. And while we are all so sad to see summer go, just know that this island is available to all of you guys whenever you need your own summer vacation. As always, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!